Hi guys, so happy Friday, and today is weigh-in Friday. So I weighed in this morning and I stayed the same, which is perfectly fine with me because I did have a big loss 2 weeks ago, had a loss last week, a good loss last week because a 1.2 is an excellent loss for me. So the fact I maintained is perfectly fine with me. Now I ask myself, could I have done better? Of course I could have done better, and what I could have done better is going to be part of my goals this week. Couple things I could have done better. Not only worked out twice this week, my goal is always 3 times. Sure, I have today, but technically I like to start my weeks on my weigh-in days, kind of like the beginning of my week. And also I have not even started my meal plan yet for the week, so I just don't, I have to spend time when I get off work to do that. But as long as the weather holds up, although it's so cloudy, I'm hoping the weather holds up, I plan on doing at least one walk break today, if not two, while I work. So at least I'll get some physical activity in. But you guys, I just feel really good with the way I'm eating right now. The ways that I could improve, of course, is to stay away from some of the little treats I have. When I'm at work, there's, just little things that I grab here and there that are not very many points, but they have sugar in them. So they're like mints, and then I think I'm chewing too much gum, even though it's sugar free. But it has the artificial sweeteners, which you guys know I'm trying to stay away from. So there's little things I could do to improve. Whether it affect my weight loss or not, probably not. But I mean, the sugar could, because of course it could spike your blood sugar and all that stuff, which I have not done a lot of research on that kind of thing. So I'm not sure how all that works, but just things that I've heard and that I've read. And another thing that I could improve on, of course, is, the working out. Getting 3 days a week is my goal. But I think I'm going to up the goal this week, and so I'll get into that when I talk about my goals. Another thing I could have done better is being more consistent with my water. It's like now I'm focusing more on keeping the artificial sweeteners out of my water by not using water enhancers as much, which this week I don't think I used it one day, but I'm not drinking as much water. I'm putting lemon in my water to help it. I'm putting oranges in my water to kind of give me some flavor. But I notice I don't drink quite as much water when I don't use the water enhancers. So it's kind of like, what do I do? At least for one of them, use some. And I use my 30-ounce cup, and I use like one of those water enhancers that's supposed to for like a 16-ounce beverage, and I put it in a 30-ounce. So I'm already diluting it quite a bit. So I don't know. I mean, I want to stay away from those artificial sweeteners, but I also want to get my water in because I know I'm thirsty. It's just a matter of like, I just don't know if I can drink more water, So I, drink a diet soda or, that kind of thing, which actually this week I've only had diet soda twice this week, I think, and that's even counting the weekend. So I have cut down on that quite a bit. So other than that, I mean, I feel like my mentally, I've been very, very good. I feel like I'm in a good place, which I think is just so key to your weight loss. You have to be there mentally in the game, not only for your weight loss, but just for your healthy lifestyle in general. You have to be wanting it, wanting to live it, wanting this to be your life, because otherwise it's going to feel like a restriction, and you're not going to be able to sustain it. So if you don't look at your way of life of eating, if you only look at it as weight loss, I feel like that's where people make kind of a mistake. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to tell anybody that they're doing anything wrong. And, I know people are, they want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. But I feel like, too, you have to be in it for the long run. You have to be telling yourself this is not only just a weight loss journey. This is a way of life, a healthy lifestyle. But you have to be in it, all in it, mentally, all of it, willing to commit. Now, I am not saying you cannot have, a day where you eat whatever you want and you want to indulge. That is up to you. I mean, I feel like that's just part of living. That's part of the intuitive eating that, they say that you should eventually move to and, live your life as. So, I mean, I do that. I have chosen to do it probably too much on the weekends. And so, again, one of my goals is going to be about the weekend. because I think I am partaking in that, okay, I'm going to take 1 or 2 days where I just allow myself to not be as disciplined, because Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I am extremely disciplined about what I eat. And so Fridays and Saturdays, oh, okay, I can just, it's okay. I have the whole rest of the week to make it up. But I don't think my body snaps back as fast as it does for other people. Other people can have that one day. And even if I just do one day, I notice a difference on the scale. So I think this next week, so my goals for this weekend definitely is going to be, it's going to be a good weekend. That is my goal. I'm not saying good weekend as in like, yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. I'm saying it's going to be on point. Now, it's going to be kind of hard to do that because tomorrow night, Saturday night, me and my husband have our date night. But my plan is, if I want to stay within my points, I am just going to, no, so when I say on point, I mean just stay within my points, because usually, or stay within a blue dot range, so stay within that healthy range, because usually on the weekends, I pretty much just don't do very good at tracking. And whether it's not eating enough or it's eating things that are not that great for me, that's usually Fridays and Saturdays. Sundays, I think it's just doing meal prep, doing all that stuff. It just puts me in that mode of, okay, it's a new week, let's get going. So Sundays, I'm usually back on track. So today, Friday, so what I'm going to do is, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to record my food all weekend. I'm going to try to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I probably won't do our dinner on Saturday, only because we just don't like to have our phones out when we go out to eat. It's just kind of our thing. Even when we go as a family, we don't allow phones. It's just one of our things. We don't do it at the dinner table at home. So I probably will not have my phone out, but I will tell you guys in the video what I ate. So I'm going to do my best. Sometimes it's kind of hard because it's nice to kind of have a break where I'm not pulling out, my camera to take pictures of everything. Like the other day, I forgot to take a picture of my dinner. I'm like, I forgot to take a picture of my dinner. It's the day I had the Asian lettuce wrap. So if they look kind of weird in that picture, that is why. And I had to jump up, and everybody's just laughing at me because I jump up and I had to take a picture after I already started eating. So anyway, there is nice sometimes not to have that, but I feel like if I am recording what I'm eating all weekend, then I also will stay on track. So today's Friday. So my plan is for breakfast, I'm just going to have a smoothie. That's usually my Friday meals, is just a smoothie. I think I'm out of spinach, so I won't be able to do a spinach smoothie. That's the only thing about doing smoothies on Fridays, because I'm always out of my produce by Fridays. Anyway, so I'm going to do some sort of smoothie. I don't have time. Normally, I would eat like a half a grapefruit. I may have time to do it. But I will show you that in a separate video, not this video. For lunch, I will probably do a Subway salad because I have to run a bunch of errands at lunchtime. So I'll just pick that up and just eat it at my desk the rest of the day. Dinner, I actually will probably just pick up an extra Subway salad because the family will probably have like Sonic or something. That's usually what my husband likes to have on Fridays, because it's like his one day a week too that he kind of indulges as far as, fast food, because I don't buy it. So I probably just pick up 2 salads. I love Subway salads, and I'll just do a different one for them. So I'll just pick them both up at lunchtime and just store one in the refrigerator at work, and then just have that for dinner. But it'll be different, so that'll be kind of boring to show on a video, but that's just real life food. Then this weekend, again, Saturday, I'll probably just keep it very low. I always treat myself with a Starbucks Saturday morning when we go grocery shopping. It's kind of me and my son's thing. We have coffee, then we go grocery shopping. And, but I always get a skinny vanilla latte, which is only like 4 points. So no big deal on that one. Even when I splurge at Starbucks, I still did like the skinny drinks. And then I'll just keep it really low point, maybe just a salad, or I don't know, just really low point throughout the day before we go out to eat. And we go to Mexican when we go out to eat, and I always have fajitas. And I could do like no tortillas, but like I said, this is I'm going to keep it really low point the rest of the day. And so I think I can stay within my healthy range. But again, if I plan for it, I have the weeklies, so it's no big deal. I just when I say I want to stay on point, I want to like not buy a package of chocolate chip cookies and bake them in the oven because it sounds good, because that's what I've done the last couple weeks. Even if I've tracked them, I still think, oh, if I track them, it's okay. But I don't need that stuff. I'd rather keep it to like whole food, go out to dinner with my husband and have a nice meal. I don't need to have any dessert with that and have a bunch of chocolate cake and that kind of thing. I don't need to come home and eat chocolate chip cookies. So I just want to try to keep any points that I use and any weeklies I use to use them on whole food, food that, you know, is nutritious, food that is fueling my body, not food that's going to mess with my blood sugar and all this other stuff. So, and I'm sure I won't eat anything the rest of the day after Saturday. And then Sunday, like I said, it's usually kind of a back to a schedule thing. I do my meal prep, then I have lunch, I have dinner, and then we're back on track again. So I have no idea what my meal plan is going to be for next week. Of course, I'm going to still keep it lower carb. I'm enjoying this lifestyle. I'm not missing the pasta. I'm not missing the bread. If I do, I'll just have a piece of bread. I am not trying to say this is low carb by any means. It's just trying to get my carbs from my fruits and vegetables. That's really the gist of when I say low carb. I have not tracked any of the carbs to see how many I'm eating. I do have a tracker I've been using. I think I talked about it last week, and it's called Carb Manager. I did do it one day, and I think the thing automatically set me at like 74 grams of carbs a day. And I think I had like 40 something. And again, that was completely from the whole foods I was eating, the fruits and vegetables. I didn't have any pasta, any bread, anything like that. So honestly, I don't know how people who are on keto and they have to stay under 20 grams, how they eat that, how they do that. I don't know. I've actually have a bunch of keto food vlogs saved in my watch later list, just so I can kind of get some ideas for maybe some lower carb snacks and dinners. So maybe I'll kind of get an idea on how they do that. But I wouldn't want to do keto because I do love my vegetables and my fruits. And my fruit, if you guys notice, I have not been eating a lot of fruit lately. The only one I've been missing really is bananas. I've been trying, if I do have a banana, I try to eat half of one. I just put the other half in the freezer for my smoothies. So I will have one of my smoothies this morning. I cut down on the mangoes because I know those have a lot of sugar in them, and I was eating one mango a day. And so maybe that's another reason why and I haven't done that for a few weeks. You guys notice I had the mango and pineapple salsa I made, which is amazing. You guys, you have to watch that recipe and you have to try it. And so I have a couple mangoes over there that I need to eat up. So I'll probably slice them up and take some to work with me today. But I've been trying to watch the fruits that I know are, that may spike your blood sugar a little bit more than others. So I've been trying to keep to berries and blueberries and apples, and just kind of staying away from the banana and the mango and a lot of like the bigger oranges. I've been just sticking to the little ones. So I don't know a lot about that with the blood sugar and all that, but it's just little things that I've read here and there. So those are my goals for the week, is really just to, like I said, the weekend is my number one main goal. I want to make sure I am going to count every point this weekend, even like I said, even if it puts me over my healthy spot of the blue dot. But I'm going to try, I'm just not going to purchase things that are going to get me off track. And I'm not going to get in that mentality that's the weekend. I can, splurge a little bit and then get back into the, same old rigid routine. I need to make the weekends a regular healthy weekend. And then it may be just a once a month thing where I splurge. So that is the plan. As far as working out, I'm going to up it to 4 days a week. And even if that means doing more walking. So I've been trying to do the 30-day shred beginner, and I haven't been that consistent with it. So in between the days that I don't feel like doing that, I just do a Leslie video, or there's a couple other videos on Amazon Prime on some of the channels I subscribe to that I have been doing. But I want to do more consistent of the 30-day shred because it's more strength training, and I want to add that in with the cardio I'm getting at work when I'm walking. So I'm going to try to do 4 days a week, at least 3 of that, the 30-day shred, and 1 of that being a lot of cardio. And then I also want to try to do at least 1 walk break a day, every day next week, and it's including the weekend. So that is going to be my goals for the week. What are your goals for the week? Oh, and water. That's another thing. Water. Even if I have to figure out another way to flavor it a little bit, I don't know, maybe I'll look up some water infused recipes or something like that and do some of those this weekend. So those are my goals. What are your goals for the week? How did your weight loss go? Your weigh-ins go? And I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. What are your plans? My plans are I have to clean my garage. It's been really nice out, but it's not supposed to be too hot this weekend. I didn't want to do it the last couple weekends because it's been really warm, but I need to clean my pantry up and do another inventory. I cannot keep control of my pantry inventory, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of shopping this week because I have a giveaway coming up soon on my channel. It's going to be kind of, I think I'm just going to call it some of my favorite things, but I am waiting for a couple things to come in the mail, which won't be here until probably middle of next week. So I'm thinking this giveaway won't be until next weekend. I'll probably post the video next Friday. But there's a little sneak peek that is happening. So I'm going to pick up a few things this weekend, and so I'm going to do some shopping for that. I did yesterday. I went to Marshall's and picked up a couple things. So anyway, stay tuned for that. And hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you all soon. Bye.